Hey, what's up, guys? Rosario here. I'm super excited to be back and wearing my beautiful Christmas sweater. Today, I want to talk about a couple things. So, first is the video of the Optimus robot, Tesla's humanoid robot, which came out. The video of it, the version 2 of the bot, came out yesterday. It looks incredible. I'll play it up on screen here, but you can see that it looks lifelike, except when it's walking. It kind of looks like, my wife said, a toddler. Who has pooped his pants, but baby steps. I'm really excited also for the delivery of Tesla's Cybertruck. It's going out to people now, and I can't wait to see when real people get it in their hands and start reviewing it to see how good it is. Tesla's been taking a lot of heat lately. There was a post from the NHTSA that there's a 2 million vehicle recall for Tesla, but what it is it's a software update, and they're requiring Tesla to put more annoyances when you use autopilot because Tesla's demonstrated that it's 10 times safer than someone not using autopilot with any other vehicle. So of course the government needs to make it even more inconvenient for people to use, with the excuse that it's not safe enough, even though it's safer than every other car on the road right now. Which is kind of hilarious. Also reports of the Cybertruck being dangerous to pedestrians, even though the Cybertruck has better crash test safety ratings for pedestrians than any other pickup truck, being the same size as a F-150 with the box and still doing a better job. Of course, the media loves to attack Elon and Tesla. Elon had a Spaces interview on X the other day with Alex Jones and Vivek Ramaswamy, and I believe Andrew Tate was there for a little while. I believe Mario Neufeld held the event, but wow, that was quite a conversation. And I'm always excited to see people talking and coming up with ideas. And I don't want to cancel anyone. I want to hear from the far left. I want to hear from the far right. I want to hear from everyone, what they have to say, what they think. And, I think that's important for a free society to really understand what people's beliefs are, and to arrive on the truth. I think we need to know what everyone thinks, because if people are hiding their opinions, then we might be missing out on key information. And I believe that the freedom of association and freedom of speech are critical to any society. So I'm excited to see that Elon is kind of opening up and allowing more people back on the platform. And I'm hopeful that, people who disagree with Alex Jones will join the platform and express their views so that we can get both sides and understand, what people actually think. Because obviously, there's popular figures out there that we haven't been hearing from for a while, and those voices have been silenced, and so they're maybe growing more resentful, and that could boil up. And I think if we hear these things and we see them happening and we're able to know what's going on, I think that's only better for humanity. So yeah, definitely Team Humanity here. Definitely stoked for what's going on X. Even if the advertisers like Apple and IBM and Disney aren't. Hopefully they change their minds, and if they don't, hopefully other companies arise that will take their place, or X figures out some new sources of revenue, because I think free speech and communication is critical for a functional and free and prosperous society. So let's see how this keeps going. On another note, I just want to talk about Tesla's share price. So it's been kind of flat lately, but it's up 100% on the year, which is good. I think that the market is kind of in a holding pattern to see what happens with interest rates. If bond prices start to go up, meaning yields fall, I think that would be good for Tesla. It means people will buy more cars because they can get a lower interest rate, which would be pretty exciting for Tesla, because their prices are quite good right now. Some news came out today that they lost the $7,500 EV federal tax credit on the Model 3 and Model 3 long range because the batteries aren't made in China or aren't made in the US, and I can't confirm if that's the reason, but it certainly seems like almost every U.S. agency is coming after Elon Musk and his companies and trying to take them down, even though Teslas are the most American-made cars. They manufacture them in America from the ground up. They have small pieces sometimes that are made in China, which is way, way, way more than can be said about any other so-called American manufacturer, including Ford, GM, Stellantis. They all source parts from all over the world, and most of their parts come from China. So it's clear that there's some bias here, and that's really unfortunate. But luckily, Tesla's prices are still better than any other EV on the market, especially for the range that you get and for the feature set. There's no other car on the market that offers autopilot like Tesla does, with the full self-driving capability that can take you from anywhere to anywhere without having to interact with the car virtually at all. I use FSD on a daily basis, and it's pretty impressive. FSD is extremely impressive to me. It still makes mistakes. It's not perfect, but it's getting better every day, and it's wild that people crap on it so much. I mean, like, they say, oh, it's not full self-driving because you still have to pay attention and you have to touch the steering wheels every now and then. But I don't think that is really true. Like, if as soon as the regulations go away, the nags will go away. The car drives me safely all the time. Sure, it makes mistakes. Humans make mistakes too. But the frequency of those mistakes is decreasing at an exponential rate. And it's shown to be safer with FSD and a human driver, 10x or more times, or 10x or more safer than a human driving alone. So that's pretty substantial safety, and the car is doing everything. You just have to pay attention and make sure that there's nothing crazy, unexpected that the car isn't able to handle yet, and that's super easy to do. So yeah, for me, this is an opportunity to pick up more Tesla stock before the end of the year. I do have some calls expiring in early January that might not play out, because I was thinking the Cybertruck announcement would boost the price, and it did. However, there were some naysayers regarding the range and pricing of the Cybertruck, even though it came in right along what I was expecting. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not even cautiously optimistic. I'm incredibly optimistic regarding Tesla. The only thing that can hinder them right now is the government of the U.S., which is really sad because it's a brilliant, incredible American company, and I just want to see, the government kind of get out of the way and allow companies to do what they do best, which is innovate and provide products that people love. But that's okay. That's a reality with any business. Further to that, crypto's been doing quite well lately. Bitcoin was above 43,000 the other day. I think it dropped off a little bit, and that's US dollars. So, I think we're in the early stages of a crypto bull run. I'm pretty excited about this, even though people like Jamie Dimon, the CEO of the largest bank in the U.S., have said that he wants to ban crypto, and he's being kind of targeted as the next Treasury Secretary for Donald Trump. So I would be a little bit worried about that. I do think crypto and Bitcoin will survive regardless of who is in the office in the U.S., but it might make things a lot more difficult in the short term. So still bullish long term on Bitcoin. I think with President Javier Milei winning in Argentina, that's probably the most exciting development for people in the free market space in a long time. Someone who's a real Austrian economist and understands the power of free markets and the limitations of government and their inability to make things better for people. I think it's extraordinary that he was able to win, and hopefully he's able to massively increase freedom for people in Argentina and make the country more prosperous by letting people live their lives. And it sounds so crazy, but that's really what he needs to do, and what I think he is doing. He's already pledged to reduce government employee count by 50%, and I think he's actioned that. He's eliminated 50% of the government agencies in Argentina. He's pegging I don't know if he's pegging the Argentinian peso to the US dollar or if he's getting rid of the Argentinian peso, but they're moving towards a dollar standard. I'd like to see them move towards free banking, so using the US dollar or gold or Bitcoin, or just let individuals use what they want to use to transact. But this is a great first step on that path, and I'm excited to see where this goes. So I think, overall, I'm very optimistic. I think there are definitely risks. One thing I wanted to highlight is that Klaus Schwab recently put out an interview where he spoke about libertarianism, and he described it quite excellently, actually, as a system that is opposed to government intervention in people's lives, and seeks to upend the establishment of how we have government and corporate control, basically crony capitalism. And he was saying it as a pejorative, but to me that sounds like the greatest endorsement of libertarianism that I've ever heard. Allowing people to be free and flourish. So that's that's pretty exciting that he's even having to acknowledge the presence of libertarianism, and just the fact that people are having to grapple with these ideas is extraordinary, and I think it bodes well for our future. So with that, I'm going to end it here, but very optimistic for what's coming up, and I'll try to post more of these in the future, but I'm not promising anything. But yeah, for now, that's all. We'll talk to you all in the next one.